Look, as a police chief, I was engaged in aggressively recruiting and hiring people from all ethnic backgrounds, especially in the Hispanic community. And just because this question is being asked shows that there is a problem. And it goes back to my earlier rebuttal. There are only 7% of the boards and commissions occupied by people of Latino background. That is unacceptable. When I was a police chief, I recognized that the police department needed to represent the community that it served. That in order for people to feel comfortable coming into the police department, they had to feel that they would be welcomed and treated fairly. So as mayor, not only will I aggressively pursue people of all backgrounds, especially Latino background, to be on boards and commissions, we'll take a strong look at department heads. I will look to the Latino community to bring forward people that are willing to serve. And the fact that there's only 5,200 registered Latino voters, and out of those only 800 voted, to me, that's shameful. We need to hold registration drives to get people from the Latino community more actively involved in their government. We need to encourage them and educate them on the value of their vote. Folks, you have a strong, strong voice. Use it. You have a voice that the government should be sitting up and taking notice of. But if only 500 people or 800 people are voting out of 5,200, and out of the 5,200 that are only registered, you're not using your voice. So as mayor, I will encourage voter registration for Latinos. I will look for boards and commission members and department heads to work for the Latino community and make Norwalk more responsive to your community.
Please understand that for the 8 years I was mayor, the chief worked for me in the police commission, and it was our direction to encourage more minority hiring. But let me point out something to you. The city charter requires that you have to be a Norwalk elector to hold a commission or a board. You're down to 5,200 and only 800 vote, and the assumption is that because there's not more people on the boards, that's why people don't vote. What comes first, the chicken or the egg? Why are people lobbying so hard for the DREAM Act, for the legalization, to bring people who are now here undocumented where they can become voters? The only person that can disenfranchise yourself is yourself. You have to come out and vote, and you can't blame it on a system that says we might need more people. How are you going to get more people? Go out and vote. That is the prime issue. As far as department heads and things of that nature, we have to wait till they leave, and we do a recruiting job. About 10% of our departments in Norwalk have Hispanic employees. As far as boards, Felix Serrano, chairman of the Redevelopment Agency. Cesar Ramirez, chairman of the Housing Authority. Olga Bermudez here, who just recently was put on the Parking Authority. We have numerous Hispanics on fair rent and human relations. Yes, it is an outreach program, but the hands have to be reached both ways. We can reach out and ask people to come in, but they have to do it. So, in my mind, the outreach programs, the bilingual programs, making people feel comfortable. But remember, unless you're an elector or a registered voter in the city, you cannot hold a border thing. So that is why, don't disenfranchise yourself. Vote. Then you can change it even more so. Thank you.
I'll just say that since this question had to be asked, that it's a real problem. And nobody should be able to sit back in city government and say, it's all up to you. We have to reach out to you as well. We have to make sure that you understand that you're welcome on these boards and commissions. We have to hold voter registration drives geared towards Hispanic voters, Latino voters. And then we have to reach out to the Latino community and say, look, if you want fair and proper representation, send forth the people that are willing to serve. Send forth the people that have expertise in certain areas. We want them. To sit back and say, we'll wait until something happens, is not the answer. We really need to show you that we're serious and we're committed to making our boards and commissions reflect the demographics of our community.